Colin Trevorrow, the former director for Episode 9, finally kind of gives a little bit of speaking out, which kind of can give you an idea of what Episode 9 would have been about with him. What's up, guys? I'm Star Wars Only. If you like Star Wars, please like, comment, and subscribe. I try to upload daily, but let's talk about the news today that came out. You know, there's always been rumors on what would happen if Colin Trevorrow, the director for Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, would, you know, what would happen if he had directed Episode 9. We already talked about how his script made Daisy Ridley cry. It mainly would have focused on Luke, and, you know, he most likely would have stayed alive, and so would have Snoke. And so, but these are just kind of rumors, but kind of something that's also come out. But here's what he said. He was speaking with Empire to promote Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, and he said, "I don't want to talk too much about it because I don't want it to affect the way the fans go to see these films, or get to see these films. We were kids, these movies came to us from far, far away. They were a gift." And he said, the more we talk about how they're made, the more it reveals that they're just movies. But they're not just movies, they're more than that. He said, beyond that, I got the opportunity to tell a story that is in celebration of everything I believe in. I got to tell it to George Lucas, and I got to tell it to Luke Skywalker, and those are experiences I will cherish for the rest of my life. Now, this is the most official statement he's really ever given on this stuff. A lot of the other stuff is just speculation and whatnot. They're bringing in J.J. Abrams, which, alright, surprisingly, that dude is 51 years old. Did y'all know that? I had no idea. He looks great. I mean, oh my god, he looks amazing to be 51. Rian Johnson's 44. He also looks really good to be 44. Like, holy crap. But anyways, so what we know about Episode 9 is that, of course, J.J. Abrams is going to be directing it. There's a lot of rumors on the scripts. We know the script is already finished. And J.J. Abrams talks about it. When they asked him, they said, you know, what can you tell us about Episode 9? Abrams said, being back for Episode 9 is as surreal as it gets, and it's really exciting. We have a script, which is a big deal for me. He said, I'm writing with Colin Trevorrow, who is a genius, and I'm having a great time. So, I'm not entirely happy about Colin Trevorrow, or how you say his name. He wrote Argo, which, fair enough, I guess. Not amazing, not bad. But he also wrote Batman vs. Superman, Dawn of Justice, and Justice League, so I'm kind of scared for Episode 9 when it comes to the writing aspect. I'm not gonna lie, none of the DC movies have really been that good, except for, like, the Dark Knight trilogy. But, yeah, so Colin Trevorrow finally gives his official statement. I've already talked about this before. From his little statement right there, especially the part where he talks about, you know, I got to tell a story that's in celebration of everything I believe in. I got to tell it to George Lucas, and I got to tell it to Luke Skywalker. Stuff like that, for me, means that he actually wasn't just doing it for the fans. He actually was doing it, you know, in Star Wars fashion. You know, and the fact that he admitted these words more than just movies. I know a lot of people say, you know, Star Wars is just a movie, or movies. And, you know, they're kind of right, but they're not. You know, it's a big culture phenomenon, and it impacted society. And, you know, it's just, for some reason, it's always been more than that to everybody. It's always been something special, because that's what it is. And so it's nice to have a guy like this admit that, you know, because you have guys like Rian Johnson, who's openly admitted in the past that he wants to make movies that, you know, piss half the people off, where they come up and they say, I hate you, and then some people like it and everything. I forget the interview, but there's literally, if I can find it, I'll put a link in the description. There's literally, you know, an interview where he says that, and he's like, I just want to piss some people off, and it's like, see, for me, that's not movies, you know. You're supposed to tell your story, and if people don't like it, that's fine. But to go in and intentionally make a movie that's going to make people mad, that doesn't make much sense to me. And so, it's just kind of a shame that Colin never got the movie, because I like J.J. Abrams as a director, and I think, you know, Episode 9 will be decent with him. I don't know why everyone hates Episode 7 so much. It's really not that bad. I actually enjoyed it more than I enjoyed Episode 8 by far. So, yeah, Episode 7 is really not that bad. I don't know why everyone hates it so much. But, I enjoyed that one, and a lot of that was J.J. Abrams, and he used it to, you know, kind of bring Star Wars back into the forefront and give it the familiar Star Wars feel, which I appreciated, understood. A little disappointed, but I understood it. So I'm excited to see what he could do with Episode 9, but I really just want to see what Colin would have done with Episode, you know, 9 as well. I really wish, you know, I could hear the script from him or something, because it would be completely different, because Rian Johnson had free reign over Episode 8 and completely changed everything JJ was playing, so the execution on the new trilogy has just really been poor. I mean, at least with the prequel trilogy, you had, you know, the same director, the same writer, George Lucas, and yes, it wasn't good because he didn't have anyone challenge him, and they really just weren't good films and weren't structured right. And then you have the original trilogy with, you have George Lucas who, had a vision, but it had to get changed so much, and it actually turned out to be really good. And then you get to episode 5, and you get Irvin Kershner, I believe is how you say his last name, coming in, and he gets his own spin on it, and it's the best Star Wars movie we had to date. And then you get the Return of the Jedi film, and I'm sorry, I forgot the guy's name. And, he had his own vision, and he also worked with Lucas. So you have those where, you still have Lucas in it, but, you have different creativity with it. But with this new trilogy, it's just all so different. I mean, there's not like there was never a set plan, and if there was, it was by J.J. Abrams, and it got completely demolished in episode 8. So I don't know. I really wish Colin Trevorrow would have stayed with it. However, I would be a little nervous. He doesn't have all the best experience in the world. Rumor has it he was a little bit of a nuisance on set, and then I remember hearing him wanting to actually film in space, which we all know wouldn't have happened, but it's stuff like that where it's kind of like, that's a little weird, buddy. So, I don't know. We'll see how his new movie, Jurassic Fallen World, or Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. I haven't seen the new one. I've only seen the first Jurassic Park. I didn't think it really needed this many sequels, but maybe I'll check them out just to see what his movies would feel like and how they look like. But comment your thoughts below. What do you think? Would you like to have Colin Trevorrow come back as Episode 9 director, or are you okay with J.J. Abrams? What do you think about his comments? Do you think that makes his movie better or worse? I'm Star Wars Only. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see y'all next time. May the Force be with you always.